Good evening, Danvers. How are you tonight? My name is Michael Bean. I'm hosting Topics of the Town. This is Mark Zuberek's baby, but we're helping out here. We have a big crowd tonight. I think there's some free food involved or something. I'm not sure. But
It's good.
tonight I have with me Damien Anketel,
Hi, Danvers.
Mr. Mark Zuberek, and Mr. Tony Betancourt. So we have a wide range of things we're going to talk about tonight. All politics are local, so get involved. That's how you actually make a difference. I want to get through this one quick thing. As always, the opinions expressed tonight are that of the hosts only. So do your own research and believe nothing.
If you don't believe us, just ask us.
We'll tell you again. All right, so we do a quick tip of the day. This is a short one. My wife gave me this one. I couldn't think of one. Anyway, we're going to be getting up on snow season, so make sure your vents around your house are clear. Exhaust vents, furnace vents, things like that. Your heat pumps, make sure that they're not going to get covered in snow. Whatever you need to do to make that happen. And just something to think about as the days evaporate on us. Sometimes we forget and we get caught in this. By the time we remember, the snow's already here. All right, quick segment here. We like to poke some fun at, well, that's what the whole thing's about here, but we like to poke some fun at different things going on. So we have this segment called You Can't Have It Both Ways. So I got a few things here. This one is kind of funny. The government can't keep telling us that they want to spend billions and billions of dollars on the Green New Deal so that they can change the climate, like they could do it, right? But they can't even tell us the deal with the Bermuda Triangle or the bottom of the ocean. But they're going to change the climate? No. So
No, can't have
that both ways.
Boy, that's a good answer. I like that.
Yeah.
They can't even tell us what the weather's going to be in 3 days.
All right, this one's a little tough, and I'm sorry to bring it up, but it's real. This one's a rough one. So don't tell me, all right, that a full-term baby or the birth of a baby is left on the table to pass, and that's okay when some guy that runs down the sidewalk murders somebody, and that's wrong. They're both the same. You can't do that. Can't have that both ways.
Can't have it both ways.
I mean, that's just terrible. All right, that was an awful one. Sorry. All right, here's this one. This one's going on today. I don't know if it's still going on. The authorities allow small groups to block roadways in Boston, and they call it peaceful protesting. I don't think it's peaceful when you block the roads, because the other side of that is the people that are going to work. What happened there? I mean, so you can't do that. You can't have it both ways. I mean, they do. Both ways.
Yeah.
But it's wrong. It's obvious, right?
They blocked the BU bridge today in Boston.
But our police departments and our politicians allow this to happen.
I think my opinion on is the individual officer is being ordered to do it.
Right.
Or he's being ordered, or she is being ordered to hands off, But it always comes from the top, Good behavior, bad behavior always comes from the top, right?
Sure is.
Isn't that how that goes?
Yep.
All right, one more. The state moves in all these illegal people while booting out our American citizens and veterans, elderly, and they call it an emergency. If it's an emergency, why don't we just stop bringing them in?
Yeah.
Right? They claim, 7,000 families? I'm sure there's a lot more than that. I'm sure there's a lot more than that.
I'm hearing somewhere around 12,000 right now.
Yeah. So our hotel up on Dayton Street and Armory Road is full.
Yep.
Is that true?
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
full. And
Are you serious?
Haitian community lives up there. Now the problem is, I'm sure there's nice people up there, but we don't know this. We don't know who they are. And the other problem is that the state now gives them a license, and then they can vote. Just go right around the whole immigration program, right?
But recently, what you have seen is that the Venezuelans that have crossed the border and they're in the New York area, they're getting airline tickets back home.
Right.
No, this one's in Michigan.
Chicago.
Is that
Up
Michigan?
there. Yeah, Michigan.
Yeah.
They don't want it. It's too cold up
Too
there.
cold,
They don't
yeah.
like it. That's it, man. They're going back.
Yeah.
Wait until it hits.
I mean, look.
So, at the end of the line there, you can't have it both ways. And, the funny thing is this stuff is obvious, but they keep telling us, don't believe your own lying eyes.
Right.
Right? And
But
that is the craziest thing.
It's costing us taxpayers. It's unbelievable.
Oh my, it's millions a month.
Well, it's not just the state, not local, but federal, state, and local, because we all are all paying for this.
Exactly. It's sad.
And it's created by our federal government.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
I want to throw one other crazy thing out.
go ahead.
That's not happening in Mass yet, but the Illinois governor, J.B. Pritzker,
Yeah.
he had signed, and it might be a couple months ago now, signed into legislation allowing illegal immigrants to become police officers, meaning that American citizens can be cited and arrested by an illegal alien.
Get
Who's
outta here.
breaking the law
Yeah,
by being here?
Well, they
So-
were breaking the law by being here. They shouldn't be here.
right. But how are they able to take our civil rights away? You know, like where are we at here? The insanity just keeps going.
It sure
It's
does.
upside down.
It's upside down.
And we're having a lot more car breaks around here, too. And stuff
There's
like
going to be
that
a lot
lately.
more crime. I've said it before. If ever a time it is to support your local police officers, it's now, because their workload is going to be increasing tenfold as each day goes by because of the amount of people that are being brought in
That's right.
and the less tools they're giving them to do anything. They're tying their hands.
Yeah, they sure are.
Now, how about the schools now? The schools are absorbing all this?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a
For
letter
the-
from the
trying
superintendent
to.
welcoming the communities that are in the hotels.
Yeah.
And those children, poor kids,
Yeah.
are going to our school system. And now I understand why they didn't select school choice in the beginning, because they expected this.
Right.
So, but I think we need to get to be local.
Yeah.
And
well,
that's my name of
that
the
is
game.
your yes. That is your thing.
So, do you want to do the introduction
Well,
here? Because
this
we
is
have 4 of us, and we have 5 invited silent guests.
Are they Thanksgiving turkeys?
No,
No.
there are our select board turkeys. So today we have Matthew Duggan, Maureen Bernard, David Mills, Dan Bennett,
Yes.
and Mr. Trask. So
I can tell you what the vote's going to be already. 3-2.
3-2. Well, I know how that vote goes. 20 years ago, I was involved in that.
Well, you were a 3-2 vote all the time, too?
Oh, well, it was 3-1, 4-1.
Oh, good. Much better.
Yeah, but they didn't have mail-in votes back then, did they?
No,
Yeah.
no, they couldn't mail them in. So, you want to go into the next subject, or how do you want to do it?
I want to get right over to you, but I wanted Damien to tell us about what's going on Sunday. It's a charity.
All right, this weekend, Saturday and Sunday at St. John's Prep, there is a Tap the Cancer Out Jiu-Jitsu tournament. I am a participant on the adult day, which is you have a youth program that's going on Saturday, and then you have the adult program that's going to be going on, an adult event going on Sunday.
Do they keep you in the youth program still?
No, I am. I'm the oldest person. I started jiu-jitsu a year ago, a year and 2 weeks today.
You think you're jumping the gun a little here?
Yeah, and
in a tournament?
I'm the oldest person in the school, so I am the old man of the group.
Are you the instructor?
So, oh no, I wish I could skip over that portion of getting my neck strangled. But it's a nice tournament. It's to raise money. Right now, we've raised somewhere around $350,000 for this
Wow.
this event for this weekend.
That's awesome.
All the proceeds going to Tap the Cancer Out event will go towards helping. So some of the stuff that they do is they have schools for people with cancer. Obviously, they can't do the physical aspect of it. They have camps. They also have regular programs for non-jiu-jitsu tournaments, non-jiu-jitsu players. And they have events for kids who have cancer in it, and they also donate towards research for cancer. It's a wonderful event, a wonderful program. You can go online, you can see it right there. Just go there and sign right into it. Again, I am going to try to get into the middleweight. I have 8 pounds to lose in 40 hours. So I got to lose 40 pounds.
You need a lot
so,
more of this water here.
yeah, so no water through starvation and dehydration and a lot of crying.
I don't know.
I hope I can lose the 8 pounds and get into the middleweight. And
saw
get
you
out
eating
of
before
pizza
Thanksgiving.
today.
That was yesterday. I was eating pizza yesterday.
That's probably going to work out.
Yeah.
then.
But I invite everybody to show up and be there and participate in it. And it's a fun event.
Yeah, nice
And
local event.
It's a local event. It's here in town. And everybody can come, and all your proceeds go in there. Right when you walk in, goes right to helping their charity. It's great charity.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
I,
thank you.
I hope you don't get beat up.
Wow.
Unless you're like by a 14-year-old or something like that. I mean, I don't know the rules. Yeah.
No, I'm a age group, so I'm
Okay.
in the
Age
the
appropriate.
executive.
All right,
Executive.
Mark is over here busting at the seams. He's
I'm ready.
busting. So
All right.
please tell us.
Well, I would like to just report a few items in the beginning. Like we introduced the turkeys. The turkeys are representative. Gobble gobble is right. They have been, active in our select board meetings. And the one thing I like, the positive thing is, I attended the November 11th ceremony at the Danvers High School auditorium.
Yeah, very nice.
And I even attached a ribbon or a poppy that were sold at that for a donation. And it was very well organized. And I'll give them credit for doing this because it's very important for our residents and our veterans that we have.
Yeah,
So the veterans will
can't do enough. Can't do enough for them.
That's right, and they were very well represented. However,
Dun, 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 dun.
the story that's been going around is in regard to the trash fee/tax. The one thing that I noticed, and being a nominated reporter, or whatever you want to call me, but I'm always nosy and looking for information. So I attended the 2 budget conference committee meetings, one in August and then one in October. And the town manager appointed committee, under the leadership of the town manager, Steve Bartha, and David Mills, the select board chairman, met at the conference room at the senior center for the October 12th meeting. Membership of this committee is very suspect in itself because there were no residents, taxpayer representatives on that committee. The membership is drawn from the town management organization, select board, school committee, school administration, finance committee, town meeting, and the library trustees. Very few taxpayers even knew that this was happening.
They still don't know
And
about
what
it.
time of day was it?
This was at 6:30, 7 p.m.
Okay. All right.
And it was at the senior center, so all the seniors were long gone. And I don't know, I don't want to be considered one of the seniors yet. So
We're holding back over here.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm holding back, is right.
Don't worry, Mark. I consider that.
Well, you're the young kid on the block here.
Hey, that's it.
He's going to be the senior when some 13-year-old's beating him up Sunday.
So just to set the stage is the room was full of the elite of Danvers, but this time about 20 taxpayers showed up on the October 12th meeting to listen and offer their concerns when permitted to speak. At the August meeting, I wanted to speak to the committee, and I was shut down by Mr. Bennett because I was out of order.
But you've been out of order before.
I've been
haven't
out of order before. That's nothing new. So I did speak at the October 12th meeting. However, many other people spoke against this trash fee. So one of the things that happened at the October 12th meeting is that the town management and I guess David Mills set up this presentation by the education department.
Okay.
And the presentation by the new superintendent was very inappropriate for this type of meeting. The special education is a school issue and deserves their full attention during budget preparation. Plans for special education are the purview of the school department and do not belong at this type of budget conference committee meeting. Stop using the kids for obtaining additional funding for special education. And the Danvers schools need to develop their plan and produce results. This is another example of how our education department is using the children of Danvers to present a case for more funding. But during the budget preparation process, they declined. So we need to grow up and be, assertive.
Can I ask you a quick question? Or go
Sure.
slide back a second. You talked about a fee for trash.
Yes.
I'm a Peabody resident, so we don't pay fees for. We pay taxes, but you guys have an additional fee on top of that.
No. This is the arrangement. The revenue that the town manager is looking for is a substitute for the taxes that have been paid for trash removal. Our trash is tax supported, and
So
it
they
has
want a
been.
subsidy on top of that.
Yes.
No, well, listen. The reason that they're asking for this tax increase or fee, that they call it a fee, is to compensate and remove the tax revenue that was used for trash pickup to other projects. They just want to
old
shift
shell
the
game.
books, the shell game.
But wait, on a smaller note, right in there, they also cut down the amount of trash they're going to pick up from the average house.
That's been
The barrel got smaller, right? You got one barrel for trash, one for recyclables.
the barrels got bigger.
Well,
The
Used to be
new
2.5
barrels.
per thing before, I believe. Now
See,
it's
there,
one barrel.
there's an issue here. The town manager himself, and the board of selectmen in 3-2,
3-2 vote,
count.
From what I understand, we'll soon find out when they take the vote.
Well, they haven't taken a vote. They
Isn't that
they
right?
don't know how to
I guarantee
do
it's gonna be
this.
3-2.
Sorry.
Whoa!
Guarantee you.
All right, we're gonna have to hold this table.
Another thing too.
is
If
it
Beverly
really
only gets
loose?
Yeah, put it back.
I didn't move it.
It's okay.
Beverly only gets $100 for the tax fee.
Well, this is a tax, and what they're doing is using the tax revenue that was used to collect trash and dispose of it. They want to use it for other purposes.
Do you know what the number is on that? Do you know what the costs are for
It's
trash?
over a million and a half, million eight. However, I asked for the contract, and the trash is not very clear of how much it's really costing us. But Jack, I think we're losing the table. Okay.
Technical difficulties. We have a man,
We
a masked
haven't-
man, who's
Excellent.
Mr.
Who's
Zuber
entered
got
the
too excited
property?
over the tax.
And we haven't pounded on the table yet.
We need to call some authority figure here.
So, the need for additional revenue was never spelled out because they wanted to keep that charade going.
Well, thank
We
you for
must
the-
first determine where the holes are in the budget and determine how important these issues are to our residents and make a management decision to live within the means of the heavy taxes we already pay. Now, as a matter of fact, last selectmen's meeting, the tax classification basically lumped another 4.62% on top of our existing real estate taxes. So they're going up by $300+ dollars.
No, he said there's no way. Average house is $316. I don't know why. I don't have an average house. Do you have an average house?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. And my bill's always $600.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know, 600. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. It's
My
a joke.
taxes last year went up $2,500. Went up
2,500?
$2,500. They reassessed my house for $350,000 more.
Well, we in town here
Crazy.
do this 2.5%. You know, you're supposed
Yeah.
to go up only 2.5%, but we do this charade of
Shifting levy.
of the maximum levy. They collect as much as they can. However, the tax rate is lower because our values are higher. So what happens is they shift back and forth, but still, we as residents in this town receive a 3 to 5% increase in taxes every single year. And that's been ongoing forever.
Last 8 years been worse.
The problem is that they have determined that the town manager in his wisdom can raise this fee or impose this fee. And the thing is that our residents need to realize that this is a tax. This is a diversion of an existing tax-supported service for a fee. This is intended for more spending by the town manager. The Trojan horse is deceitful 2.5% tax override without the legislation of the town meeting. The town meeting, they claim that doesn't have to be approved by the town meeting, and I believe it does. The proposal has been tried before and has many pitfalls and must go to town meeting before it is initiated.
If it's over 2.5, is that correct?
No, the fee.
Okay.
The fee is way over 2.5.
Yeah.
The thing is that
But it's a tax, not a fee. It depends on what you call it. You gotta
That's
be careful
right.
of that too. That's
That's
another
right.
problem.
see, the town management, in their wisdom, have already increased or imposed additional fees for the electric company, for the water and sewer company, and now they're going after the trash.
Right.
And this is not an enterprise fund. This is a tax-supported activity that the town provides to our residents. And we need to demand them, and we need to advise these turkeys that this is what needs to be done, and it doesn't.
A lot of people I talk to don't even know about this.
Yeah, it's
That's
true.
the sad
That's
part
true,
about it.
right.
Well, that's
Okay.
why we want to get this out
But
on the air.
They do a lot of the stuff. They put sneaky stuff in there, sneak it in. It's terrible. They should be out front with us and let us know what's going on.
Well,
Why would you do that, though?
It's better not to, because then nobody objects.
Nobody knows. When
What's
you get,
the town-
You get nickel and dime to death, you know?
Well, that basically is.
What's the term?
What's the town manager's mandate? Does he have revenue increases? I mean, is that part of his mandate?
Not
Or
according,
does he-
not according to what I read in the Town Manager Act. The legislature of the state has been finagling little things here to make it easier to override a 2.5.
Right.
CPA is one. This fee imposition.
Yeah.
Many towns have included a fee
Yeah.
for trash pickup, but we should not.
But
Now,
stop and think here just 1 second. If the 2.5 passed and they did this on top of it, my God, where are we going here?
well, this is a substitute for a 2.5 override.
Well,
that's all
it.
it is.
I mean, where are we going? Where's it going to stop?
If you look at the fee that they want to impose, $200 per year per home.
Right.
There are 7,000 or 8,000 homes, residences in the town. So you're talking $2 million. $2 million being collected for nothing. What are we paying our taxes for? So now let me just go a little further, because this thing gets
Please do.
this gets to be very interesting. At the August meeting, and there was some mention of it on the October meeting, is that this fee should be imposed on the municipal light board, by the municipal light board, onto our electric rates. Well, they don't want to do that, because that would bring us up to the highest electric rates in the state.
Yeah.
So what they have done is already the town has extracted $1.2 million a year right now and is going to go up as a pilot program from the electric company to the town hall. The town hall also supports and extracts money for the administrative costs of the electric company. So there's many vehicles that they're doing, but they decided that was not right because that would affect more individuals. Because now you're going to the renters and businesses and everything else. So the second one was for the school department. That was the biggest discussion at the August meeting. And this is a result, the October result, is that the superintendent of our schools came before this budget conference committee and sort of explained why special education is not being funded fully, but he forgot to tell us that they get reimbursed by the state. So what he was pleading was for additional money, but that's not the place for the school superintendents to be. The school superintendent is totally independent. They're elected, and the school committee is totally independent from the town. The last one is reduce spending and impose service cuts and hiring freeze.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be interesting?
that's interesting considering that we're increasing the population.
We're increasing the
Cut
population.
services and freeze the hiring.
The thing is that we are building an empire in the White House
Yeah,
on Sylvan Street.
right.
And the thing is, there have been even articles, letters to the editor about the king and his henchmen in the town hall. I think that was very appropriate. But
Who wrote that letter?
Phil Celeste.
All right.
And that's the one I really appreciate his input into it, because that is speaking exactly to the subject matter of this conference committee.
Excellent.
Now, the conference committee is established for resolving budget issues. This is not a budget issue. This is building the empire. And the thing is that we need, the discussion generated proposals such as 2.5 overrides, CPA tax increase, which was defeated twice already, and the 2.5 was defeated twice already as well, electric rate hikes, and many more proposals. The one proposal that makes sense was to cut the entire budget by 3 to 10%. This is why Mr. Trask was flaunting the 3 to 10%, because that was mentioned at the August meeting. And the first thing that came out of his mouth was, since when have you proposed cutting any of the budget? That's been proposed every single year, and he knows it.
And he wants us to figure out where to cut. It's not up to us. We don't get paid to figure out where to cut.
That's right. We need to manage our revenues and not only ask for more. Getting more funds from the taxpayers only allows the management team to spend more. Flexibility. Taxpayers are drained and need a break. We cannot afford any more expansion of the town facilities or management. We need to be more efficient as how we spend the limited real estate revenue.
Right, it's getting top heavy.
It has been
It's top
since Steve Bartha came on board,
Yeah.
because he's been building the departments where Wayne Marquis, in his wisdom, being caring for the town, was combining positions so they can do dual functions instead of hiring additional people. All of these options are unpalatable, but deserve consideration. This effort will take political capital by the selectmen, but I do not believe they have the will at this time. The selectmen should first challenge their appointed town manager to use his skills and actually manage the budget and represent all the taxpayers of the town. This is why we haven't heard a peep out of the Board of Selectmen in regard to when they did the classification hearing. I was raising my hand. I wanted to talk. No, they wouldn't recognize me.
3 minutes too. This is getting ridiculous now.
That's
3 minutes
right.
to speak. This is
The question I think we have to ask ourselves is, why are we asking for more funds? Is there a real reason? Or is the town manager planning a major DPW project for the new garage? Do we really need a new garage and office space? Is it for the function of the DPW, or is it for the comfort and office space for the town hall? We have to ask those questions. Is the town hall too small for the large plans of our town management? The community town meeting must be consulted when you begin to think about increasing taxes or disguised fees on our residents. All elected officials are or have the responsibility for controlling the costs.
It's being run like a private business. However, it's free money.
It's free money. It's our money.
Right. But
That's
it's
the
free money
problem.
to the spenders, but the attitude is it's a private business. Let's make the bigger buildings, bigger management, be top-heavy government. That doesn't work. That never works.
That's right. So that is my story that I've been sort of preparing over my absence from the show, and I've also done a couple of specials, which really it relates back to this because the town DPW, or the town manager, has embarked on a backfilling project at the dump. And I know it's not a dump, but it is a dump.
Does that have to do with the solar project?
That's the solar project. And I have developed and presented a film with an interview with the DPW and what their plans are, but there's no conclusion to it yet.
Is it profitable though? Definitely.
So listen.
No, not to be funny, just curious.
This is one of the private enterprise that the town has embarked on. They have went out for a loan of $4.2 million to fund the operation of bringing in soil from projects across the North Shore and even as far as Boston.
Mm-hmm.
They can dump certain amount of contaminated soil to a certain level.
That's
And
nice.
I've gone through all that.
That's nice. That won't affect
And-
any of the water. It won't.
No, it's on a dump already.
Yeah.
But the problem is, it's an enterprise fund basically. They've invested $4.2 million. What the expected revenue stream back from that dumping of the soil to fill the gaps on the dump are expected to bring $6 to $6.5 million, because the fees for dumping soil, as you know, as a contractor, are very high.
In health-wise, EPA, is there any?
There is a EPA report, and I have that.
And they're saying it's
and
all okay?
They're permitting it because it's already on a contaminated site.
It
The
depends
dump
on the
is-
contamination,
but that's like the free needle program.
That's
we
right.
we shouldn't give them free needles, because they're already having drug
Well,
problems. So do we add more contaminants to contaminated land?
Well, this is a investment by the town, and the town meeting was not really aware what this whole thing is about.
Yeah.
So the plan is to build a solar panel array up there, and that's going to be facing Peabody, of all places, on the other side of the dump.
You thought you had no hair now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no,
It's a shaved head, not a bald head.
but
By choice.
this
by
is
choice.
another extension
Are we
of.
going to own the solar
Well, that's
gonna have someone?
that's the problem. So let's say we make $2 million on the project. That's going to go right to the treasury
On the dirt project?
on the dirt project
Yeah.
only.
Yeah.
After that, there are plans, and I have not been able to get a hold
To give
of,
raises out to everyone.
Well, no, they're going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
The raises are coming. Don't worry about it. But the thing is that I was being in the electric field, generating. I can do an estimate. I can tell them how much it's going to cost them and how much it's going to generate. But they're talking to 3 to 5 megawatts of solar power when it's available.
Yeah, which is like, what, 25% of the time?
Well, I don't know. It varies.
It does,
It does vary.
because it gets cloudy some
Like
days.
So-
right now, it's 5 o'clock. It's already dark.
So
Congratulations,
that
Danvers.
is the plan, and I'm still working on trying to get David Lane to provide. I don't know what the heck the selectmen voted on when they proposed this, because there is no end product at the end.
So we don't get electricity back from this solar farm?
Well, there's two options. There's one where a company comes in and builds it and sends the power to us,
Yeah.
and we buy it. We buy it.
Yeah.
Or we invest another probably $2 to $3 million to build the array and generate the power and sell it to ourselves. So it's going to be another enterprise fund.
Is this part of the big Green New Deal?
Yes, it is.
Which is a big flop because,
Which
you can't do the stuff they're doing. You can't have that both ways.
Yeah, no.
And say we're not going to hurt the environment when a lot of the stuff is definitely hurting the environment.
Well, we should probably build that a solar array at the Beverly Airport.
Yes.
And
They
that's
already have
wide open space.
They already have one over there. They already have one.
But I'm
Very
boom.
small.
All right,
Very small.
All right. So that's the story behind the story, and I would
But
urge
there's still no end to that story,
to the dump, no,
right?
but to the trash fee, wait and see, because this thing has to go to town meeting, and there is a town meeting scheduled for February 10th of next year,
February 10th.
and
11th, I thought. I could be wrong. I thought it was 11th, but I'm not sure.
it's when?
I thought it was the 11th. That's what I thought I heard.
February 11th?
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard.
One day doesn't make
Yeah, I
much
know.
difference.
I'm not sure though. I mean,
In
you could be right, it
February.
could be the 10th.
It's in February.
It's in February. Well,
Okay.
supposedly.
However, there needs to be a resisted effort to stop this fee, and what we need to do is we need to get to those 5 turkeys, because that's where the decision lies, and that's who the town manager responds to, and we need to
They're
get-
waiting for a vote. I think they're going to take a vote this next meeting, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, well,
But don't we have 2 that will say no?
who knows?
We don't know.
Who knows?
We don't know.
There was
But
only
usually-
a third, Mike. If there was only a third.
Usually,
right.
usually the vote always goes 3-2. I don't know, that's how I've been seeing it for so long.
Well,
It's
then what
unbelievable.
we need to do is we need to convince our other 3 that this is not the right way to go, and we need to proceed with the budget and know that we only have a limited amount of money that comes from our taxpayers. We have this year, they have so much money they didn't know what to do with it. There was $8.7 million from the federal government that was through the state. And then there was another $8.4 million that was left over from the previous year's budget. So there was $16 or $17 million.
And they just
They
haven't-
funded everything.
They couldn't figure out ways to manipulate that.
Oh no, they
It's
did.
going to be one
They-
heck of a kegger.
there are all kinds of funds, reserve funds.
Yeah.
Basically, one for special education they don't want to talk about, but there was $600,000 put into that. So I think the
And that
superintendent,
would that 600,000 also be covered by the state?
it'll be reimbursed.
Or was it initially from the
It'll
state?
be reimbursed, but no, this
Okay.
was from us,
Okay.
from the taxpayers. And the thing is that we have to admit to the fact that every single dollar that comes in, whether it's from the state or from the federal government, is a tax money that
Of
we
course.
basically support.
It's us making it valuable.
So, that's the story behind the story, but I have a better story.
Okay.
Now, I have gone through, you
Says
know,
you. Says you.
says I. Yes,
We'll be the
says
judge of that, sir.
I do
we'll
say
be
that.
the judge of that.
I have a very good story,
Okay.
but it's also based on fees and taxes.
Okay, this is not a good story then, all right?
Well, no, it's a good story for a certain individual.
If you're collecting the fees.
We have, I put this under your Mike's Home Improvement
Oh,
section.
this is scary.
No, this is fine.
It already
Danvers-
looks like I'm in an unemployment line just sitting here.
No,
I'm gonna
this
be really
is-
unemployed now after
is-
this.
We have to get through this.
Okay.
Danvers Water and Electric Rebate Programs,
Oh, there you go.
and administered and is being handled through Town Hall, and Sharon Clement at the Town Hall
Yeah.
DPW office was very generous in sharing this information. However, I was not very familiar with it in the beginning, but I got into the details. So when buying a new appliance or equipment, what you should consider, how do you get a good deal, but also for improvements of your home?
Right.
Jack, if we can put up the Danvers Water-related rebate program, and I have that. There's a subdivision of what the rebate program on the water side, water and sewer, is contributing, not in dollars, but in the number of people or percent of investment.
So wait, there's a lot of people doing the rain barrel?
There's a lot of 37% of the rebates go for the rain barrels.
Wow, okay.
Clothes washers get 36%.
Yeah.
I have to read my own, I think. I can't see it. So,
It's only 7 feet away.
So if I buy
I
a
know,
race-
but
On
I'm,
a 50-inch
you-
70-inch television.
did you notice I have my spectacles on?
I gotta be honest, I can't see it either, but whatever.
Well, I can now.
Oh, I can.
The faucets,
Yep.
which are a very good addition to the rebate program, and the toilets.
Yeah.
I've used the toilet program on my own home.
Well, good job. Well, good
It's a lot
job.
better than using the floor.
All right, Jack, if you can throw the other one on.
moved up
All
from the
right, you
mailbox.
guys, you're giving me a hard time.
This is what happens when you drop
So
in.
if I go out and buy a rain barrel, I get a percentage back.
You get the full value of I think it's up to $100. Here's a
Does it have to be a Danvers
Can I trade?
approved
Wait, can I
barrel or
trade
something?
my rebate to my trash fee?
no.
Why do you have 7,000 rain barrels? It's
I was
weird.
telling them every year I got 2 rain barrels.
Well,
Offset my trash fee. Can I do that?
oh, you guys.
That doesn't
you
sound
guys
like it's
are
that's gonna work.
you're getting me in trouble.
No, well, we're
You
just
brought all the
wondering, that's
information.
What I have here is
So if I change the toilet, send the bill to town hall.
it's $200.
Back?
Yes.
Yeah,
All you
save
have-
your receipts.
All you have to do is you have to have a special. Jack, can you throw the next one on?
Oh, he did.
I did. Okay.
Now there's a list.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
That's electric.
Now if you
No.
buy an air conditioner, it's $45.
Yes. Yes. See
It's got to
that?
be a special air conditioner or something.
Well, it
spend
has to be
$3,000
energy
on a refrigerator,
energy
you get
saver.
$100 back.
Energy saver.
Yes.
So when you buy the product, you got to make
for
sure it's
nothing.
energy saver and it's a.
Scrapper will give you that.
It's
Now,
I know, yeah.
just as a personal experience, my
All right.
neighbor bought a electric lawnmower.
Yep.
Powered by batteries, and they give you 4 batteries because they want 2 of them to be charging
Right.
and 2 running. The rebate program for the batteries, for the lawnmowers, is And now we need to go to the next one, I think. Because the push lawnmower has a 10-year life, but they give you a $150 rebate on the purchase price of a battery-powered lawnmower.
And what's a mower going for? Do you know?
That's what I was wondering.
The lawnmower that we have looked at was $579.
Okay.
So you get $150 off, and those prices are going down as well. But these are not because they've just been established.
Yeah.
So the life of a lawnmower supposedly is
Alleged.
10 years.
Alleged.
Yeah,
The
alleged.
I don't think
lawnmower-
anything's 10 years anymore.
The lawnmower's 10 years. The batteries are only 2.
Yeah, water heaters are like 6 years now. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, that's part of the
I
problem.
found that out the hard way
everything's
last week.
disposable.
Now I have a question. Where's this money come from? Is it federal?
Well, that's the dilemma. On both the water and the electric, the money is allocated from the fees that are collected. So there is a rhyme or reason for the increases in the fees.
So we're paying for it anyways.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
you
yeah,
are.
yeah,
You
yeah.
are.
Where's the money come from? Look in the mirror.
You think
Didn't
it's any
Lee
different?
Well, I don't
Iacocca
know.
start this
I
thing
thought, I don't
Nope.
know.
with Chrysler? Did Lee Iacocca start this with the Chrysler? You know, they give you a rebate back after you give them the money.
Yeah.
Jack, can we throw the other one on, please? This one, there's a Danvers electric rebates, and this is the one I was interested in. And look at that. Electric heat pump units, $4,000.
Huh?
$4,000 rebate, but that's probably going to cost you $20-some thousand for a heat pump.
Oh,
Well, it depends on the person.
More.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or more. Refrigerators, they have to be Energy Star.
Yeah.
And they have to be a certain model and number because they have a criteria that they choose from.
Yeah.
It is $100.
Yeah.
So you buy a $700, $800 refrigerator, you can get $100 back.
That must be the dented one up at Home Depot for that kind of money.
Those are the best kind. Those are the best kind because you're
think
hitting on the side
I
anyway.
think you're more like $2,000, $2,500.
Fell off the back of the truck, hit the ground a couple times.
Look at this wireless thermostats.
Yeah.
They're $50 rebate
Right.
on those. I don't know how much those are.
Do you know that they'll be able to take it over at the electric light and shut your heat down
Yeah.
for you
Probably.
Well, that's
with the joystick?
that's
Yeah.
the smart
Right.
meters that we have in place.
Right.
And that was already explained 7 or 8 years ago because people did not want the town to be invading their privacy through the meter.
Yeah, and they would be.
And the meter is being invaded. Every time you look at it,
This sounds familiar. Hold on. I'd heard this before.
Yeah.
It went like this. It was like, if you want to keep your own doctor, keep your own doctor.
That's right.
Oh, no, that didn't work out either.
All right.
You know, doctor, you can-
So,
I haven't seen that guy in a long time, that doctor.
but look at this snow blower. Electric snow blower
Yeah, I
is
don't know.
$200.
You got a small yard maybe or something. I don't know.
Well, that's
That's the
the
problem.
issue. The issue
I
is
still blow half acre of land.
No, they give
For my
you money
dog.
back for a pressure washer when we're always under a water watch, so we can't really do that one, right?
That's a good question. Yeah,
Pressure wa-
that's what you have to determine. Now, the only problem that I saw from this, and this was a personal experience with my neighbor, is that
Rototiller too, huh?
rototiller as well.
Got to be electric? I
Yes.
mean battery operated.
Your battery operated.
Yeah, that must be real good.
Well, that's the thing.
Boom, boom,
I'm saving mine. But the thing is, they are available. These are incentives
Yeah.
to convert to the green side.
Right.
Even a string trimmer, an edger, huh?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that stuff. Wow.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's plenty of battery technology that's really, really helpful.
Well,
But some of it,
the
they're
problem
running-
is
they're running too fast on.
they're going too fast,
Yeah.
and the batteries don't last
No,
longer
they
than
don't.
20 minutes.
And then what do you do with these batteries? They're terribly harmful for the environment,
Well, that's
you know?
that's a
That'll be a new fee.
Yeah, there will be.
another fee.
The battery collection on Saturday.
Never mind
right?
how they get the minerals.
Yeah.
It's a slave trade.
So, one thing that I just wanted to express my thanks
He had to
to
go right downhill on that one.
Sharon Clement. What's
Yeah.
that?
He went right downhill. He said, you know, how they collect all the minerals to make the batteries, slave labor,
Well, that's over in Venezuela
Yeah.
or Brazil,
right?
Africa.
Africa
and
too.
in China too, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. Well, this is our options. Our Board of Selectmen have, in their wisdom, elected to go to this green energy
And
issues.
support slavery. Great.
And
Good for
the town has
Yeah.
followed steps because supposedly the town manager works for the selectmen. But I don't know where his allegiance is, but this is where it's at. So that's my second. That's a good topic.
It was a good
No, it's a
topic.
good topic.
And
was.
the thing is, we need to support this program. The
Yeah,
thing is,
yeah.
we have to be able to quantify. And the thing is that we need to demand that these batteries last longer. And what happens when you dispose of the
Right,
battery
right.
or the piece of equipment?
Exactly.
Do you go in for another one?
Right. You're never going to see in our lifetimes battery used car lots. You're not going to see it.
All right.
They're not.
All right, Tony, you've been sitting here so, I'm
Patiently.
sorry.
No,
problem
yeah.
whatsoever.
I think
Tony has some reporting to do
On the Beverly Airport. I don't know. What
Beverly
do you
Airport.
think? The Beverly Airport is kind of, I'm hoping
I was
the
just going
town
to say,
help-
the last
stays
time I
with us
saw
and
you
helps
was
us out,
something
but
with that.
telling you, what I've been seeing here is we've got a little bit better, but you have to keep pressure on these people, okay? That little by little, it keeps coming back, okay? And that's what they're doing, is that all they do is try to pacify us. You understand what I'm saying? They give us a little nugget and hope that we're gonna be okay for a while and come back. But you gotta pay attention to what's going on. What's been going on over there, they've been a little bit better, but now they're starting to come back already, okay? I don't know why. I don't know if they're comfortable now or whatever. Right now, on the runways, they're coming back into Danvers, giving us all kinds of noises again.
Right.
Then on top of it too, now you heard about they're putting up 2 new hangars. That's what they're going for.
That's
okay?
right.
And then on top of it, I went to the meeting. Was at
And the hangars are on the Danvers west side of
exactly,
the airport.
and we have no say.
Really? How can that be?
Well,
that's
Feds.
we do have some say, but we
Is
need
it through the
to
FAA or
gather together and oppose it.
They use the federal. They're saying that it's federal regulations. So the town of Danvers has no say from what they're telling us. That's what they're telling us. Okay.
Who does the federal government respond to?
Exactly. And then on top of it too, I mean, there's a lot of unanswered questions there. I mean, I don't understand how this town sits back and lets them do whatever they want over there. Okay, this is ridiculous. Okay, because we know the land over there is contaminated. Okay, we know that for a fact. Okay.
Yep.
They monitor it all the time about the contamination that's there. Okay. We have wells. I know we have wells in Danvers. We ran, matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, at the high school we
They're
have a
shut-
well.
they're
The
shut.
water's the field over there, right? We got to
Yeah.
make sure that water's not contaminated. Okay. Because the reason being is the kids are playing on it. Okay?
We have a water well on Route 114 that's contaminated with the plastic contaminants, PVC.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
the PFAS.
Yeah.
PFAS.
That's
yep.
what they have the problem with at the airport is PFAS.
Exactly.
And you got to stop into consideration too. A lot of it now, the airport over there is getting bigger and bigger, and they're bringing more jets in. That's what they're trying to do. Okay. The de-icing vehicles over there now.
All those chemicals.
Those chemicals there are very hazardous.
Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
It's
When they get into
antifreeze.
drinking water, they're very bad.
It's
Okay.
antifreeze.
Now, the question I have to know is the town of Danvers should be looking to this. Do they have MDC traps over there to
Right.
collect the runoff of this stuff?
Right,
They
right,
put
right.
these hangers in.
They have wells in there to monitor the contaminants.
They
but
have
do
wells, but
not
no,
have-
no.
no.
Today, you need try to open up a garage anywhere. Okay, you
Right.
can't open up a garage without putting MDC traps in, door drains, and all that stuff there to collect all this stuff. Okay, you're talking about $50,000 to $100,000 before you even start.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I mean, I don't understand how these people can just put up buildings like this with none of these regulations on top. If they're going with federal regulations are even stronger than state and city and towns.
Okay, what I want to add, if I
ahead.
may,
Go ahead.
that is an issue, and that's been an ongoing issue for the last 4 years, 3 years. The problem is that the noise became an issue when the residents presented their concerns without real solutions from the commission. Danvers went so far as to raise this to the Danvers Board of Selectmen. No response from the Board of Selectmen. That's where our turkeys come into play. One commissioner, which was a Beverly commissioner, tried to work with the neighbors to address the noise issue over Danvers, but he has, as many of the BVY board members, resigned.
Let's talk about Scott DeLay.
Scott DeLay, and he was very receptive, and he wanted to do something. The neighborhood association got frustrated and failed to get their message to the commission. They were not even considered in this important work and voice they provided. The neighborhoods deserve to be heard and considered. Now, I have a proposal here, and I will put it on the table. The good neighbor and noise policy has been languishing without action by the commission. And we have 2 commissioners on there now.
They haven't showed up for the last 2 meetings.
And
Castlebaum was on.
well, let me get to that.
Okay.
I'm getting to it.
Okay, I'm not trying to be funny about it.
When will the commission listen to the affected residents in Danvers, Wenham, and even in Beverly? The council needs to listen. Draft revisions are absurd, no reflection to reality. We received the draft reviews, and they don't make any sense at all. Need Danvers neighbors to demonstrate the need for reliable noise abatement policy. Danvers Airport commissioners are delinquent in any resolution of the plan that worked for years and now abandoned. This is my own commentary here, ladies and gentlemen. Our senior commissioner should be recalled and resign because he does not have the time or diligence to serve that position. When will Danvers have a voice on this Beverly Airport Commission? There are many other issues, but
yes,
this is the major issue because we assign individuals from the town hall.
So they're appointed?
They're appointed, and then they're confirmed by the Beverly Council.
Right.
Couple of phone calls. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, that's all it is. But the problem is that we assign a individual, and I will mention his name is Aaron Henry. He's a very busy individual inside the town hall. We need somebody there that will reflect the wishes and reasons for this noise committee.
But it's a big problem. I just hope these goddamn selectmen would stop and help us out and try to get something done here, okay? Those people are just concerned of building up that airport. That's all they want, okay? Now, I was under the impression that, from what I understood, the last proposal they did was for this expansion was going to be the last time they let them expand. Now we're going with 2 hangars, and they sneak it in on us. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, there's more coming.
I know there's more coming.
But you have to talk to these turkeys.
On top of it, do you realize now, they were talking the other day about the runways, the runway expansion, okay? They're 100 feet wide right now. If they don't have a certain amount of jets coming in, okay, they're going to take them down to 75. So they're already trying to work on that. So if they get 465, they got to sneak the other ones in to make it work. I'm telling you, man, it's a big mess. And then
well, Tony, I think you and I have been involved with the Beverly Airport for years.
Yes, we have, and I appreciate your help.
20 or 30 years. The thing is that the commission does not listen, and the wasted commissioners from Danvers are not doing their job.
Well, Castlebaum's already setting up something for the pilots. They're going to have a thing for the pilots. They're going to have the FAA come in and explain what's going on.
So we're closing up shop here in about a minute. I think you got to take the whole blood pressure pill.
Yes.
You're all wound up now.
Am I right?
We're going to have to get somebody to-
You're all wound up.
Yeah, get some soothing
I'm
oils
wound
or
up
something.
too, but I don't
You don't
need
look as
blood
wound
pressure
up.
pills.
Look at his face, you know? So,
No, we'll be fine. The one thing
Yeah,
that we
we'll
need
get
to do is concentrate and focus in on the issues.
all right.
because the trash fee is a tax, Beverly Airport is a problem, noise is a problem.
And they're affecting us on a daily basis.
and
So
we-
thank you guys. We're down to the last few seconds. Thank you guys for everything.
Thank you,
guys said.
Danvers.
Remember the St. John's Prep on the weekend for.